Okay. Hello, I'm Savannah Payne.
And I'm Josie Wilson.
This week, we're here to talk about our very first desk crit that involves our 3 Photoshop images and our mind maps. And Miss Wilson is willing to go first.
All righty. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
I can.
All righty. So this is my little presentation that I prepared this week with my 3 Photoshop images. And so this is my title page, and this is just Google Slides as well. And then my first Photoshop #1. So these 2 were the 2 photos on the left are the photos that I chose. And then I layered these and I used transparency on these 2 photos here. And I would have liked to have seen the eagle look brighter and then have the flag just faintly in the background, but I could not figure out how to make the eagle bright again. So
I
there's
think
that one.
the option for that, I think you would have had to add a 3rd layer of the eagle again, where you just remove the background. And then you would have had your eagle with a background as the bottom layer, your transparent
Okay.
flag as the middle, and
Okay.
then the eagle as the 3rd top layer again as a snippet without the
So
background.
it would be checkered, right? The background, and then I would have like traced and it would have that little line that was moving. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it just takes some time.
Yes, absolutely. Which I was afraid I was going to really start messing things up. So
You
but
have
sometimes
no
I just bail
idea.
out before it totally all goes crazy. So this one here is Photoshop #2. And this one here, I just removed the top photo on the left has a little girl on the left-hand side. And what I did was I Photoshopped her out and even her little shadow there. Because after I got
Dude,
her out, there was you could see her shadow. So I did that.
wow.
Yeah. But then I took out some of the fence, that little cable, and I
Uh-huh.
don't know how to put that back in there. So
Can you
anyway,
click present so I can see the image a little bit bigger?
present.
Yeah, on the top right-hand corner of where it says slideshow,
Okay.
just click the slideshow.
Present view,
Yeah,
presenter view.
yeah. There we go. Oh, that's crazy. It's recording. Never mind. Close that.
Close
I'm
it.
learning here too. There we go. I didn't know you could record on your slides. That's real neat.
Okay. So, but it did make it larger, so you can see it now.
Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it better. I noticed the girl was gone. I think that is dark enough with that cable that it's not like
It's not that noticeable,
right.
but
You would have to pull out your Photoshop. I think if you click on the slide again, it should transition to the next slide.
okay. Just click on it.
Uh-huh. Well, there we go.
Okay. All righty. So this is #3. This is the one that took me the longest because I kept messing with it. So I took the man standing on the bridge, and then I also took these letters here that say you didn't come this far to only come this far. And originally I had it in the sky and I thought it looked good, except there was still the gray. You could see the outline of the photo. So I kept trying to figure out how to fade that out, get rid of it or blend it. And after hours of working with that, I just gave up and I made it black and white, but I think it actually looked better in color, but I can still see my border around it.
I wonder if you use that feature of drop the background, if it would have just left the words only. And I really like the black and white. What I was thinking would look really cool is if the only thing that were in color was his hair and his tattoos.
That would have been cool.
The
So even last night I tried to do, I mean, I try to do many things. I
uh-huh.
have others. I have lots of them. But I was wanting to just like make somebody's eye color like real blue or something, but I couldn't figure out how to do that either. But that
Uh,
would be cool. I did think about his hair. Yeah, like if
yeah.
his hair was green, but that's that's a little bit advanced for Josie right now.
Josie, I think that you're doing a great job. And I mean, even to be new to the Google tools, to be learning how to do Google Slides, to be learning how to making videos in Zoom, plus you're learning how to Photoshop. I bet you feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose right now.
Yes, well, actually, I've learned so much. So, I mean, I learned even like last semester, I feel like I learned all kinds of things, how to make hyperlinks, all the like simple things that everybody's probably been doing, but I feel like I probably learned the most out of the class, without even having like the big project, right?
Yeah, we're
So,
okay. Um, So this is my first image. Oh, I'm sorry, Josie.
do I need,
Your mind map. I forgot. I almost forgot about the mind map. If you'll
oh,
share again.
okay, how do I share again? Oh, right here. I see it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
It's all
steal the
right.
control.
No worries.
I got sidetracked. I got so interested in those pictures. And then when you said that's not even the big project, I thought, let's see what
Okay,
your big project is, ma'am.
so this is just something I have been thinking about. So this is my roadmap for my project presentation, my final project presentation. And again, it's just, this is definitely just a rough draft, but my idea was to use the Adobe Captivate and to create a couple learning modules, and I keep it simple. So my two learning modules would be on dental instruments and dental equipment. I have previously done a PowerPoint presentation for the Boy Scouts of America, and I had created PowerPoints for those. So I thought I could maybe implement them into this as well, this project. And then I'm going to develop the drag and drop matching like on the instruments. And then I'm not sure about the equipment. I'm going to try to think of something else, but for today, they're going to be drag and drops. And then after that, I'm going to design a multiple choice quiz. And then after that, then we're going to celebrate if I make it through all of that design process. Sounds simple, but it's not that simple.
um, I really think that you're doing a great job, especially when you know where you're at, and the fact that it's like, hey, I've been in a workforce field doing dental training dental assistants for so many years, and then you're jumping back into school. Kind of takes a while to get your hands back on the reins, and it's like fast forward through technology real quick.
Absolutely, absolutely. I
So,
thought I had computer skills, but I did not have any.
yeah,
I just knew how to use the digital x-ray equipment and, like just the stuff for the office, right?
yeah, it's so good though. You're doing such a great job. I really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
I enjoyed that work this week.
Okay, so
So
do I need to unshare or anything now?
I
No?
believe I'm sharing my screen
Okay,
now.
all right. Okay.
um so can you see this picture of my nephew?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So this is a picture of my nephew, David Long, who he was actually in the road sitting on my nephew, Ryan's car. I guess Ryan should get photo cred for snapping this with his iPhone. Um,
Yeah.
like I think that's actually pretty good, iPhone picture. But anyways, what I ended up having to do is I wanted these, so kind of like you were talking about with the eagle. This is multiple layers though. I think
Okay.
this is 6 different layers.
Okay.
The very base layer is the picture of my nephew David. And then there's the shadow, and then there, like, I typed D-Lo, and then I dropped the background and had to layer it back on there. But then to increase that with the same font, I did where it was only letter borders. And then
Mm-hmm.
so I layered it up on there so that, like, the white border around here is its own layer on top of the transparent palm trees. And the palm
Yes.
trees was a photo stock image provided by
So
Adobe.
the palm trees, what layer was that? Does it matter how you layer stuff? It probably does, I'm sure.
So the original photo is the base layer. The
Okay.
palm trees is the second layer. The
Okay.
third layer is the words Delo.
Okay.
Um, and then the fourth layer right there is the white border on top of the Delo. And
I
then
mean,
the
that
share
looks
the happiness
amazing.
is on there.
That's kind of the stuff I was trying to do last night, but I really like how the palm trees, it almost looks like it's in the windshield, like, the reflection of the palm trees
I
are in
know
the
it did
windshield.
turn out really cool, but
It did.
I mean, I guess I should have downloaded the original palm tree photo so that you can see, but I did not, just because it was part of the Adobe Express photo stock.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, I just selected from there and then made the image transparent, but maybe I should have done that so that you could have seen that it was just as solid as your flag.
I'll be darned. It looks really neat. And even like those are, I don't know, those aren't palm trees in the original photo, right? Alongside the road.
No, here in
Those are just,
this is you live in Corpus Christi, right? And so
yes.
these are the houses on stilts over off of Laguna Shores, like Laguna Shores in Jamaica, like right
Okay.
there when you're going to the KOA, all of the houses are on stilts over there.
Okay.
And
Well,
so
it
that's
looks
what's in the
like
background.
it actually, and then in your photoshopped image, it looks like those could be actually palm
More
trees
palm
going down.
trees. Yes.
Yes,
It
more
was
palm
pretty
trees.
fun. So I took the same image, and what I was kind of working on, what my theme was, and I needed a theme to be able to work. So the reason why I use Delo is that my nephew, he's getting into rapping and he's making songs. And so these are actually album covers. And so that's where the words come in: share the happiness, tunnel vision, and then the last one is come out to play. And so those are actually like title songs um to go with the album covers. And so that's
Mhm.
what I ended up making. This one I thought was really cool as well. I played with it for a little bit. Again, this was the same image. She's like, yeah, sure, and Savannah, like, I got your picture. And like, he only he only had one. And so I think that he wasn't quite sure what I was really doing. But this was the one that he had really sent me. Um, and so the tunnel here, you can see that I use the APA citation to make sure that I've given credit to that, because this was a photo that was downloaded off of the free photo website. So we want to make sure that we got the citation going on. And again, this was a another one of those images. It was $100 bill on fire. And so this one is actually quite layered up. You can see the diagonal line going down from the O to the B. and then another diagonal line going
Mm-hmm.
down on the other side. That was another snip of that dollar or the $100 bill changed
Mm-hmm.
on vertical. Like I just turned it this way and turned it that way and
Okay.
added those layers on there. And most of the dollar bill image is off screen. And I use that just specifically for the fire.
I like it very much. This one
And
looks really good as well.
yeah, it was actually really pretty cool. But and then this one, it's like you said, I worked hours and hours and hours. Like originally I had this little bitty circle of him
Uh-huh.
on his bicycle in the center, and then I had a black ring around the outside of it, and then I had layers with lightning around it and all kinds of stuff. And I just, no matter what, I was like, man, I just couldn't get it to vibe right, and it didn't feel right. And so I don't think he's going to end up using this one because I don't know. He didn't really like it as much out of all of the images, you know. But
Yeah, but I still like it. I still like it a lot.
I
Looks
just
good.
ended up playing with what this basically is this is a crop, and when you crop, you can choose the shape that you want to crop it to. So if you want to crop with a star or you want to crop with a circle, you can
Circle.
use.
Okay.
So I cropped with a circle on this one, and so this is four of them. And then again, this was just playing with the contrast and the saturation to make it look like that. And then the words, there's a word editor. So like once you insert text, there's a different thing where like you can type your words and then it'll reshape it. It's like fun words or carnival words or something like
Uh-huh.
this. It's within that program. And then I just kept hitting reshuffle until I found something that I was cool with.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
So my mind map here um is I originally I had wanted to do Canva or not Canva, but the Teacher Access Center to work on my training modules so that new teachers, when they come into the district, they would learn how to use their grade book, their learning management system. But we
Mm-hmm.
also use Canva um, because I am not a classroom teacher. I did not have classes where I could tell the teachers, like, oh, if you click on the grade book, you should be able to do the grades, or you could click, because I had no students. I couldn't show the attendance features and different things. So I altered that and I decided, well, at the beginning of back to school, every single year, without fail, I find myself on YouTube trying to go, okay, now I have 7 classes. How do I make them all, sync together so I'm not having to make 7 different assignments and, just to make the learning management system easier. And then the other things that new teachers might need to know, like how to make modules in Canva or Canvas. I did it. This is a Canva presentation,
Okay.
and the learning management system is Canvas. So I need to add an S onto that. I got a typo. So, but so anyways, that's kind of where we are with my mind mapping. I just took a quick turn, and as far as like the ideas I have out on the side are just different things that I may want to make my training modules out of.
Okay.
So and they are goals, because sometimes you reach all of your goals and sometimes you set really high goals and you don't reach them all. So
Well, that's true. That's true. That's why I try to keep mine very simple.
all right.